Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone, and sorry for the late delay. We had to take a whole different route because of the wind. The wind is still bad, but it was really bad, and we had to cut over a couple of roads, and hopefully it's going to be dying out soon. So, good afternoon from Waikiki. We are on the Alawai. This is the canal that, if you've been here before, I'm sure you've either seen, walked by, walked down, or crossed over on one of the bridges driving into Honolulu or going over to Ala Moana shopping mall. What I thought we would do is, yeah, again, the wind's going to be a little choppy here for a few minutes. There's just nothing more we can do. The reason we wanted to take this route or take you on this little tour is we were going to walk this way anyway today, and we just thought we'd take you along. And because some people had asked where there are other larger grocery stores. We went to the Waikiki market a few times, and then we've talked about going to Safeway and Walmart and Sam's and Costco and what have you, but we've never gone to another store on a live stream. So we're just going to go to the store. We're not going to go in it and walk around it. But one of the things I wanted to show you was the trek from Waikiki down Kapahululu, because Kapahululu is a very popular street, and it has a lot of good stores and restaurants and shops that you may be interested in seeing. So again, this is the Alawai. Just to give you a frame of reference, this is the Alawai here. Straight ahead of us, dead center of the screen, is going towards Honolulu downtown, and right over this way, straight through there, is Waikiki Beach. As a matter of fact, right straight through here, to the right a little bit, is the Hyatt Regency. That one first main street right there is Kuhio. And then this main street coming up here is Kapahulu. And Kapahulu is the street that runs perpendicular to Kalakaua and goes into Waikiki. Kuhio is a two-way street, and Alawai is a one-way street. It's a main vein of traffic. And Alawai, just some of you may already know this, but this Alawai is not natural. It was man-made. And this is the waterway that was created in the early, I think it was early 1900s. It was created in the very early 1900s to turn what was swampland in Waikiki and unbuildable land. It turned it into drier land and buildable land. So they took all that swamp water, built this canal, and it drained all the water that was in Waikiki over to here. And you can see, I don't know if you could see up all the way down there, but it's about a mile from where we're standing right now. There's a canal or a bridge, and this canal goes all the way into the Alawai harbor over there by Ala Moana shopping mall, right by Ilikai Hotel, the Prince Hotel, and what have you. This is the Kapahulu coming up on us right now. Okay, now the comments finally come up. Oh my God, I was just stalling and stalling for the comments to come up. For some reason, they were staying away. Okay, so Kathy, aloha from North Carolina. Hello from Japan. Angela from Tennessee. Kathy. Oh, Kathy, you're going to be in Oahu in 22 hours. Fantastic. Kat Roy, welcome from Georgia. Gary from Washington. Got a good mix of people. So I'll give you another kind of a assessment of bearings once we get up here in Kapahululu. This walk from that we're doing right now, this is a walk that a lot of people do, you know, a couple times a week, going to the store. But along Kapahululu are a number of really popular local restaurants and tourist type places that you want to go to. Rainbow Drive-In is right around the corner here. And I wanted to show you because just how close they are in proximity to one another. That way you'll know that it's not, you know, you could plan your day better. I think if you know just how close certain things are, you can plan your day much better, because if you're sitting in, you know, Tennessee, trying to plan something, it's very difficult, or it's not as easy to do it on a map unless you know exactly where certain things are. So that's what I want to show you. Apologies for the noise coming up here. All right, so right dead ahead in front of us is Diamond Head, obviously, and right down Kapahululu is Waikiki, Waikiki Beach, and you'll run into Kalakaua right down there. And right on the corner of Kalakaua and Kapahululu is the Grand Waikiki Resort, the Queen Kapiolani Resort, and the Park Shore Hotel. Those are all in a cluster on that corner down there, just to give you a frame of reference. And then you can take a bus up Kapahululu, or you could take a rental car, you could take an Uber, you know, rent an e-bike, whatever you like, and come up this way and see some of these restaurants we're going to be talking about. And then just back that way is where we just came from. Okay. And I'm hoping the wind is not going to be too loud for you. One of the very first popular restaurants we're going to be running up on is the Rainbow Drive-In. Have any of you heard of Rainbow Drive-In or actually been to Rainbow Drive-In? Hello, John, Nicole, Scott, and AJ. I think it is AJ. I kind of feel bad for some of the people who have been on the live streams previously and was stating that they were just getting ready to come to Waikiki, and they've actually come and have already gone home, and they've actually messaged us and said they had a great time, but they're suffering from the Hawaii depression, which is, that's too bad. It just happens. And this is the country club and golf course right through there. And we'll walk through the edge of the golf course over here. You'll see it. Right along here is where you start to get into real local businesses. Up here on the right-hand side is a little shopping mall, and there's like 3 restaurants and a bar in there that are really, really good. And again, you saw just how close we walked to from Waikiki. I mean, we're literally 10 minutes, probably a 15-minute walk from International Marketplace. That's where we were trying to start from, just so you get a better reference, but you understand. Oh, Jerry, so you've been to Royal or the Rainbow Drive-In? The Japanese restaurant up there at the very top is very good. That's that Growler Hawaii, or that yeah, is it called Growler Hawaii? I don't even know if that's the name, to be honest with you. But that's a very popular bar up there. And there's a restaurant right up here on the top of that. I'll stop for a second. Right up on the second floor on the top right up there. Very, very good. It's very good. There's just some smaller businesses along here. Probably nothing. This is when I said it was a boring walk. This is the part that's a little boring, because there's probably about a half a mile here that there's really nothing to see. Yeah, my apologies for the wind. If the wind is too loud, we'll just cut this short, and we'll do it on another day where it's not so windy, because it's going to be intermittent. I know. Let me know what you guys think. You can't hear the wind? Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, there's Rainbow Drive-In right there. To me, it is just a place that you have to come to because it's just so nostalgic. This is true local Hawaiian type fare. I mean, it's not Hawaiian. Well, it is Hawaiian food. It really is. They have loco moco. They have a bunch of really, really good food there, and their prices are very reasonable. It's a classic old school drive-in setup, but you go in and you walk up, and they have 3 windows, and it gets very, very busy. If you come during the day, it's pretty wide open right now. But they have great burgers. They have great loco moco. If you ever want to try that, it's just fantastic. And it's a short walk from Waikiki to here, and that's it right there. And here's the golf course here. It's actually quite busy. You know, it's not Princeville or Makai or Ko'olina, but it's a very good golf course. It's very popular because it's the only one that's here in town. Right up here is a there's a restaurant. It's called Side Street Inn. Side Street Inn, and it's very, very popular with locals, and it is a very, very good restaurant. And it's in such a unassuming location. We'll walk right upon it, but it's definitely worth putting on your list of places to consider. So yeah, some of the unsightly trash. I wish they would do a better job in monitoring and keeping that clean, but there's bigger problems, I guess. This up here on the right-hand side, you'll see it's called Uncle Bo's Poo Poo Bar, Poo Poo Platter Bar. They have several locations. They actually just opened up a location on Lures Street, I believe it is. It's either Lures or Seaside, right there by Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. And it's thankfully it's in an old restaurant and bar location that's just not had a whole lot of success, but it seems to be doing quite well now. And that's their it's one of their original locations, I guess. Zippy's is a restaurant right up here on the right-hand side. This is kind of a marquee location, meaning that it stands out, but they just don't seem to do a lot of business there. But they're very popular around the island. Zippy's. And I'll give you another kind of a frame of reference. All right, right through that street right there. If you guys were on our stream yesterday or this weekend when we went to the KCC Community College Farmers Market, if you go straight down this street to Montserrat, that's the street that will take you right into into Diamond Head, and it's about half a mile that way. And that's Diamond Head right there. And again, if you weren't here earlier, that's Waikiki straight down the street. Kapahululu takes you right into Kalakaua. Okay, And you see this Old Saigon, that Vietnamese restaurant? That's one of, I think they have 3 locations, but that is a very good Vietnamese and very popular Vietnamese restaurant. There's another one on Kapahululu next to the, it's close to the, it's close to Ala Moana's main entrance, Ala Moana Shopping Mall's main entrance. Hello, Joel from Nebraska. And then right up here on the left-hand side is this side street inn. I'll just repeat this just so you can kind of know what I'm saying for reference. If there's a, if I give you like a my own personal opinion of a top 5 or a top 10 restaurant, that just means for me, if someone's going to be here for 5 days, so they're going to have limited time here, that's it right there. Side street, great food, fantastic place. It's very, very, very popular, very popular. You would not think it was that way in a shopping mall like that, but or shopping or an office center, I should say. So anyway, if I give you a ranking of top 5, that means if I was going to be in Oahu for 5 days, I would go there, and if I had 10 days, I would probably go to another place as well. So that if you have more time, you could go to less popular places, but this side street inn, it'd be a top 10 place for me. There's many other places in Waikiki proper that you may like better, but it's certainly certainly worthy of consideration for sure. Okay, this is Date Street, and unless you're really going to be driving around Waikiki, you won't need to know it, but this Date Street goes all the way into Honolulu, and it runs parallel to somewhat parallel to Kalakaua. And you could go this road we just went down, Kapahululu, you can almost do a complete loop, or you can do a complete loop of this area if you just follow this street all the way around, go down to Alawai and back to Waikiki, just if you're so inclined. If you see, can you see that right over the top of this Church's Chicken? You can see those houses on the top of that hill, just to the very top up there. That is the top part of a really popular urban hike that we really like to do. And I'll show you, I've told you a little bit about it, but I'll tell you about it again if it's something you think you'd want to do. It's not a beautiful hike to go up because it's all street and it is quite steep. You need to be in, you know, pretty decent shape to do it, or you won't make it. And it just zigzag streets, and they're pretty steep. Some are a little flat, but most of them are pretty steep. But once you get to the top, there is a, you get to the very top, and it's called Ruth's Street, R-U-T-H-S, Ruth's Street. Once you get to the very top, and I'll show you here in just a second, there is a reserve park. And you're just walking along residential streets. You turn a corner, you go around a little asphalt roadway, maybe 1/8 of a mile or less, 1/16 of a mile, and you're just dumped out into this beautiful Jurassic Park looking forest that you would not believe was there. So I'm going to hold this still for a second. I wish I could zoom in, but I can't. So it's the house at the very, very top, and you take Kapahululu around this corner up here, and then you just go up those roads. There's a, if you use Google Maps, you could drive it, which is easier, so you don't have to hike it. But if you're so inclined to do an urban hike, that is a fantastic one to do. Otherwise, take your car, drive up to the very top, and you can go and do the same thing. Drive through the little guard shack or guard fence, and it just dumps you out in this beautiful, beautiful pine tree laden area, and it's just beautiful. There's chickens everywhere, there's cats everywhere, and you could walk to either side of the park area. It's a trailhead for a number of trails back there. It's just spectacular. As a matter of fact, we should go up there one day. We'll do that. We'll take that hike up there one day. Yes, the Safeway is on Kapahululu. Oh, Kenny, you're at the Banyan right now? Nice. It's a great location, huh? Kenny, tell us what you think about that that location. There's a couple of our members who are quite fond of that place. Now, up here on the left-hand side, right here, are several Japanese restaurants and a couple of Korean restaurants. This place here, this Japanese place, is really good, really good. And these are places we've actually eaten at, so I can give you firsthand. Across the street is Ono Sushi, or sorry, Ono Seafood, but it's sushi. It's extremely good. But they're very selective and they're very free on their open hours. Sometimes they're open, sometimes they're not. They're just they're inconsistent, I should say. This place here is brand new. This shopping center right here is brand new. I've not been to any of the places in there, but I've heard that Mango or Mongo right there. One of the people that works with us a little bit has been there and actually pointed out, made a comment of it. But there's Ono Seafood. Again, this is right on Kapahululu. So you can see this is not, I mean, this is a very short, easy walk. Right up here on the left-hand side are going to be more restaurants. This is posh. Foco K&A right here. Very good Vietnamese. Very, very good. And then there's a Japanese style restaurant right up here that's just, you just got to try it. It's right here. Yakitori. And they serve it, and it's outfitted like a conventional Japanese restaurant there. See that? Really nice. Well, it's your second time. Is it your second time in Oahu or your second time at Banyan, Kenny? Hello, Mary. Good to see you here. So I know this is not a beautiful beaches live stream, but you know, you can only do so much of that. And I wanted to show you just a different view in case you're going to be staying here. If you're going to be staying over 5 to 7 days, you're probably wanting to go to a grocery store. Your options are to go to the Waikiki Market, which everybody knows that we've been really redundant about that. We love that place. That's a great place to go for prepared food and food items to make yourself. And if not, come on up here to Safeway. Safeway is only going to be a little bit cheaper than Waikiki Market, and there is the little bit of the inconvenience of having to come all the way up here, or come up here. It's not that far. Right up here on the right is the place that's called Oxtail or Red Ox. I don't recall what it is. It's right there in that brown building right there. It's like a speakeasy. You have to call ahead, have reservations. There's a little call box on the outside of it right there. You have to pick it up and give them like a code that they give you online, I believe, or through via email or a text message in order to go in it, if that's your cup of tea. And then right up there, I don't know if you can see the blinking lights on the right side. As we get up a little bit closer, be able to see. Right here on the left is the Safeway. But over there on the right-hand side is Leonard's Bakery. And Leonard's is that's the infamous, or famous, I should say, Leonard's Bakery, where they have the malasadas right up there. We'll walk up there a little bit further so you can see it for sure. And if you've been doing any research on Hawaii whatsoever, you have definitely seen people recommending Leonard's. Okay, Leonard's should be right there, dead center. Do you see it up there? And, you know, people say, oh, they're the very best malasadas. And they are. They're very, very good. I would not turn any of them down. But it's just like anything else. It's like hit and miss, you know. A donut shop one day may be fantastic. They may not be great the next day, but they're consistently very, 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 very good, and they're very popular. And people will walk right from Waikiki up there to Leonard's just to see it. Do you guys see it up there enough? Or you want me to walk up there a little closer so you can take a closer look at it? And here's the Safeway. And it's like, I don't know if they have a super Safeway, but this is a larger Safeway. They have, they have full service deli. They just went through a remodel. They have everything that you'd expect them to have. And we've actually done walkthroughs with, we did walkthroughs. I think we did a couple videos, maybe. I know for sure we did snapshots. We took pictures. A walk area, a little mini tour of Safeway, and we always put price comparison photos throughout. Again, up here is Leonard. You'll see this blinking sign. You've got to see it now. And then there's a couple of other local restaurants that are up there. But if you're in a rental car, or if you just want to go out for a good stroll for a couple, 3 miles, 4 or 5 miles, just walk up Kapahululu, up here to Leonard's. You could go down there to Rainbow Drive-In, have some lunch. Walk up here to Leonard's, have some breakfast or some dessert at Leonard's, have a malasadas. Go up one street, take a left, and walk all the way back towards Honolulu, and you'll see just a lot of local Honolulu businesses, and see a little bit more about how locals live in those neighborhoods. I think that's quite interesting to see. If you haven't seen it, it's quite interesting to see. No, the last couple of days it's actually not been busy at all in Waikiki. It's been a little bit, I wouldn't say slow. It's exactly what you'd expect the first week or so of September. Families going back to school, families getting rid of kids at school. So vacation time is over with. So that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you just what it was like to walk from Waikiki down Kapahulu, and you saw Leonard's, Rainbow Drive-In, Ono Seafood, the Japanese restaurants, the sushi restaurants, backside of Diamond Head, and some options for you to eat at some good local restaurants. Some not so. Zippy's was one of them, if you guys saw that. All right, so do you have any questions or comments, or that's a really good restaurant right there. Izakaya Nonbe. I'm just checking something was word. That's why I'm kind of stalling here a moment. Yeah, there's nothing really to see in Safeway. A Safeway is Safeway. It's not you're not going to see anything that you wouldn't expect. Nothing surprising in there for sure. Hang on one second. I need to make an adjustment here. How many people live in Honolulu? Man, that's a great question. I have no idea. I really don't know. I'll find that out. Oh, you're welcome, Joel. Yeah, some aren't as sexy as the others. Some aren't as, beach and beautiful, but this is, I like, this is the part of Honolulu I like showing you. There's a better view of those houses, that urban trail I was telling you about, or that urban hike going up up that street. Again, if you don't want to do the hike, taking a rental car up to the top there, it's definitely worth it. For sure, it's worth it. Everybody I've taken up there, whether we've done a hike or taken a car up there, they were just blown away at, you're in the middle of a residential area, and then 5 seconds later, you're in this beautiful pine tree filled outlook or lookout that looks out over Waikiki like you wouldn't believe. It's just fantastic. Yeah, I'm just, we could cut this off now. I'm just kind of stalling, so I'm waiting for someone who's going to be driving up here in just a few minutes, hopefully. And yeah, we can, here, let's do this. Let's walk up towards Leonard's. We can go there just so you can get a close look at it. I know you guys know what it looks like, and it's nothing really to blow you away when you see it, but you'll actually see it on a live video as opposed to just in still videos or still photos. Yeah, I'm being asked to mention that it's not. I'm not saying that this is true Hawaii. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, all of it's Hawaii, and to me, all of it is true Hawaii. I mean, you don't have to go to Polynesian Cultural Center or go to a museum for it to be true Hawaii. Everything is true Hawaii to me, because it is Hawaii. Whether some people like it or not, they want to isolate what Hawaii means and what it stands for. I think it's everything. Just like when you go to Las Vegas or Los Angeles or New York, it's all New York. They may mean more vintage New York or more vintage Hawaii, but I think it's all one and the same, to be honest. So there's Leonard's right there. If I was more of a fan of malasadas, I would go get one for you guys and show it to you. But that's it. That sign has been photographed probably more than just about any place here in Waikiki, that's for sure. Yeah. And then right up there is the highway, one of the highways. You get on up there, just down the road a bit on the right-hand side, then you can go out that direction. Go to Hunama Bay, Hawaii Kai, Ko'olina, or Cocoa Head Trail. Really, Sandy, you've never been to Leonard's. Shame on you. Yeah, there's a food truck. I think they have 4 or 5 food trucks around town. They have one over there by Hawaii Kai, for sure. I've been to that one a couple of times. I'm just not a big fan of sweets. I'm boring when it comes out. I don't like sweets or candy or cake or ice cream. I've just never been a fan of it. Wow, 343,000. Oh, in Honolulu. Okay. I was thinking Oahu. I was thinking the entire island of Oahu. But thanks for telling us that. 2020 was 343,000. Yeah, that's more than I thought it would have been just for Honolulu proper, for sure. But this is the part of Honolulu that every day, Hawaiians do every day. They go and pay their mobile bills. They go to Panda Express, God love them. They go to Safeway, the grocery store. This is what they're doing. They're running errands just like you are. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it, guys. I hope you had a good short little walk, little impromptu walking tour to down Kapahululu. Hopefully, you'll make it here to Hawaii if you're not already here, and you make it down this street. And hopefully, some of this information was helpful, and maybe you stop by some of these places and give them a shot. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Goodbye now. See you, Kathy and Sandy and Angela. See you guys later. And Joel, thanks again for that information. I appreciate it. It's helpful. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye now.